Give me a second. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, my goodness. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, I got to fix the lighting on my phone here. It's pretty dark. Yeah, there we go. There. How's everybody doing tonight? I'll give everybody a chance to come in while I work on a few things. Let everybody get in so I can say hi to everybody. Hey, Seashell, how are you, my darling? Jean Kubachak, Freedom Sassy, Leanne Bishop, Laura Higgins, Lynn Smith, Betty Randall, hi. Hey, Stephen. I got a question for you, Stephen. What if I take my one beep bed, because they're only like that big, and I cover it over with mulch and leaves for the winter? Would I be able to like sprout them for seeds for next year? Hey, Huffy Prepper from Indiana. Tina LaBelle. What? Oh, okay, fine. That's fine. I think she wants out, Howard. So we're not taking the motorhome down to Peterborough at the end of the month. It just needs too much work. It needs, some electrical done on it, and it's too long of a trip. Hey, Simply Jessica, Helen Burke, Angie Mack, Ruth Mitchell, Linda Bop, Sherry Leach. I saw your video. Yes, you can, but not as easy as you think. Okay, well, we'll see. Maybe some recommended that you pull them up and then plant them again next year. I don't know how that would work. Sandra Hudziak or Hudziak? Helen Burke was working on my quilt and nearly missed you. Hi, Roberta Cook. Well, I'm glad you didn't miss us, Helen. So, so what we're going to do is, hi, Martina. We're going to stay at the Super 8 Motel. And Briar is going to come here and house sit and babysit Gracie, because we could take her, because the motel that we were staying at allows pets, but I wouldn't be able to get any visiting done, really, because somebody would always have to be with the dog, right? So Briar said, yeah, no problem. And he's coming. I don't know if Howie's going to pick him up after work tomorrow, or if I can make it into Gatineau to pick him up, and he's going to come this weekend and help. We're going to pick him up, and he's going to help Howie pile wood. Hey, Lisa, how are you, darling? He's going to help Howie get the wood piled on the porch on Saturday. So that's, hey, Ninja, how are you, darling? So it all depends. The power went out today. And I was 2-3 hours without power. But in the meantime, while the power was out, I, lit some candles and started peeling and chopping my parsnips and my rutabagas. And I honestly think I'm going to go, I'm going to get at least another bag of apples. And in Gatineau, 10-pound bags of potatoes are on sale for $1. So if I can get 2 or 3 more bags of potatoes, I will do some more freezer wedgie fries and stuff. Everyone said, what happened to the wedgie fries in the video, where I just forgot to put me seasoning the wedgie fries in, so I can do a separate video. Yes, I did get your email on Schnitzenknapp. 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 $9. Wow. I'm doing okay. Hey, Natalie. He is a good kid. I made homemade applesauce with my preschool class today. Delicious. They did such a good job. Oh, see, get them young and teach them right. Skippy Jones, how are you, darling? Ouch. Sorry, guys. I really hurt my shoulder on Tuesday. And then today, there's no bruise or anything, but I was carrying something and I hit my elbow off the handle of the fridge. Oh, you know that funny bone pain? Bev, just FYI, we moved to the farm. I almost killed me with Dan being ill, but we're here. Well, wonderful. I'm glad are you all settled in and ready for winter, sweetheart? Hi, Robin's Nest. Just the mincemeat out. Turned out great. I love watching you. Thank you so much. Yes, if you look up actual mince recipe to make mincemeat, it calls for beef and suet and broth with all that food. I'm doing okay. I mean, I've had worse harvest seasons where, it's just about killed me to get everything done, but I'm actually looking at doing more. I want to do some more potatoes. I might even do some more carrots just for dehydrating. And I've certainly got to dehydrate another bag of apples because I done ate all them slices. I know the video just came out yesterday, but I made them like back on the weekend. And they're like candy. I like them better than dehydrated pineapple. I had a call. Did you get my email on the dried apples dish? No, I haven't seen that yet, honey. How is Dan doing, Stephen? I know things have been rough. And do you have a winter indoor market this year, Stephen? Tonight we had rotisserie chicken. Big surprise there. We had rotisserie chicken, and you know what? It was really easy to do. It was a crock pot meal. So easy. I made a video on it, and I'm thinking, do you really need to see this? It was just so easy. My email address is connectedheartsfamily@gmail.com. How do you dehydrate celery leaves? I've never dehydrated the leaves. But I would imagine that you chop them up fine, dehydrate them, and then grind them. What, dear? Huh? Oh, okay. Who's going to be a Grammy soon? My daughter is due any time now with my granddaughter, Ruby. Oh, that's wonderful. Arthur's got me in a thrall. He will not even hint at what the baby's name is, except the baby's middle name. I know the baby's middle name and last name. I don't know the baby's first name. It's probably because of your new eating habits and weight loss. Well, I mean, the weight loss has stopped because I haven't been bouncing and doing my green juices because, well, harvest season is brutal. It's just absolutely brutal. I don't have endless energy. I never have endless energy. I just am really grateful to get the thing rough, but he's holding his own, working on the co-op. Awesome. Hey, Anna Pickle. I sent them at your address. Well, I'll have to look after, honey. I'll have to look after. I have more than one email address, right? I have like 3, 4 of them. So, yeah, I think I'm feeling the urge. I'm going to at least get another bag of deer apples to dehydrate. I'm thinking of getting another bag of carrots for dehydrating. Because this is the way I'm seeing it. I have enough. When I'm finished my parsnips and my turnips and my broth, I'm going to have enough food in my pantry. And when my half a beef comes, we're going to have enough food in the pantry and in this house for at least a year. For at least a year. We'll still have to buy fresh milk and fresh fruit. And, but that's about it. Right? Milk and fruit. I've been baking my own bread. And but part of me's going, yeah, but what happens if next year's a really shitty year? What if next year's a really crappy growing year? What, you know what I mean? I've just my pantry hasn't been this full in a long time. And I'm still thinking, you know what? I could just pack a little bit more in there. So what I might do is I might get 3 10-pound bags of potatoes. Now, having said that, remember I said Howie to the grocery to Giant Tiger because I'm only buying things on sale that I can restock with. And our local Giant Tiger had Schneider's bologna on sale. Now it was $3.97, but that was still over $1.50 off. They were like usual $5.50 or something, $5.47. And my Country Harvest bread was on sale for $2.22 a loaf, and for that price, and they were limiting everything. The bread was limit of 6, the bologna was limit of 4, the Primo tuna was a limit of 6, and the tuna was on for $1.47. If you were a Giant Tiger VIP member, you got it for 97 cents. But Howie said the tuna tins were like little wee cat food tins. He said they were hey Misty, hey Sherry, they were really small. He said it wasn't worth it. They weren't worth 97 cents even on sale. And then he got to the bologna. He got the last 2 packages of bologna, and the bread was completely sold out. So that's the first time. Remember I told you that I went to check the chickens were $11.67. They were all gone. You know, things even at Giant Tiger are starting to empty out. So part of me says, maybe I'll just get a little bit more in the pantry, because you never know what happens if next year's a crappy year. I want to be able, what if, God forbid, I broke a leg or something, I couldn't garden next year, right? It's not, Howie's not up to that kind of work. He's already doing, he's already got a full-time job. He's already does things like pile wood, although Briar's helping. The thing is the honeydew list never gets shorter, but we're getting older, right? Well, thank you, Cali Chaos. So I'm thinking, and remember, if you want to be in the greeting card seed exchange, now you've got to listen very carefully, folks. You have to be comfortable enough giving me your full name and mailing address so that I can give it to 5 different strangers who are going to commit to sending you a Christmas card and a packet, or a greeting card, or a Hanukkah card, or a Kwanzaa card, or whatever, with a packet of seeds in it. And you have to commit to sending out 5 Christmas cards to random total strangers, or not necessarily total strangers, but folks in our thing, right? And the whole point of this is having each other's addresses. We can tell what's the best kind of seed. Like if somebody's got a longer growing season than me, then you're going to get all my like beefsteak tomatoes and stuff. Well, not all of them, but somebody's going to get beefsteak tomatoes because I can't grow them here. I can, but I only get 3 or 4 tomatoes, right? Hey, critter lover Jesse, how's it going? So, email me at Connected Hearts Family. Now, you think carefully before you do this, because it is a commitment. 5 people are going to be counting on you to send them a Christmas card. This is all about expanding our community outside of the internet, right? So you've got to be able to commit to sending 5 Christmas cards internationally in the US, Canada, England, wherever it's coming from, wherever your name gets from. And so you have to commit to that, right? And so if you can't commit to doing that, then don't. But if you can, then email me at connectedheartsfamily@gmail.com. Put your full name and address and your YouTube name if it's not the same as your given name. For instance, Critter Lover Jesse could be, Jesse Do Right, or it could be Jessica Do Right, and I wouldn't know any different. So name, address, and YouTube name if it's different from your given name. And in the subject line, you write, please enter me in the greeting card exchange. Now, listen, you're not going to hear back from me on this until the 1st of November. So if you send it to me, all I do is I don't reply and say, okay, got it. I just get it. I just put it into a folder. And come the 1st of November, I'm going to draw up the list, and everybody's going to get their 5 names, over between the 1st of November. It closes November 1st. And then by November 15th, everybody should have gotten their names. And if you're on the list and you haven't gotten your names, then you need to email me again. Right? Pass, sorry, guys. Well, I mean, Steve, it's nobody, you don't have to. I'm just saying. If you want to do that, it's just kind of a, the year before last we did recipe exchanges. This year this is a way. Now think, folks, before you go putting like a package of bean seeds in a greeting card, especially if you're sending it to another country, right? Make the seeds so that they fit in a greeting card. And that's the whole point, isn't it? They fit in a greeting card and without any further to do. You know what I mean? All right, Stephen, you take care, sweetheart. I don't know. You're giving away left, right, and center. Do you want me to come and look?
No, I didn't give it away at all.
I'll be right back. He can't find the strawberry jam. Howie, we got apple jelly, crab apple jelly, wild apple jelly, raspberry rhubarb, blueberry black currant. What the hell do you need strawberry jam for? That's because that's what you want, huh? Well, I haven't been eating it because I know it's your favorite, so I didn't make a whole lot if you remember the price of strawberries. Peach. You don't like peach. You got 2 jars left. No, I didn't. I said, yes, we do. I said, but I'm saying, I wish I had got more. I said. You're welcome. There's only one other point left after that. You got to find a way of me growing strawberries without them getting eaten. Hey, did I miss that? Hi, Donna, Deborah C, Paula. Yes, I'm huffing and puffing. Hi, Jean Kubicek. How are you, darling? Laura Higgins. I think it's a thriller. Good for the season. I love Halloween. What are we talking about? We got peach jam, wild apple jam, apple jelly, or wild apple jelly, crab apple jelly, blueberry black currant, raspberry rhubarb. Where's the strawberry jam? Hey, Tigger Bouncing, how's it going? Just one, Natalie. What's going to happen is when you're in the card exchange, okay, and I already got 2 boxes of my favorite Hallmarks, one of these and one of Peanuts. When I say Peanuts, I mean Charlie Brown. And hey, Cheryl from Long Island, how are you? So what I'm gonna do is everybody who wants to be in the group. We used to do it through Facebook, but then everybody would sign up and half the people wouldn't show up. So I figure if you're emailing me your name, your address, then you're committed to sending out 5 cards. Now, among the greeting cards you send out to your family, you're gonna get 5 names. I'm gonna compile a list. And then there's your name, and the next 5 people on the list are your cards. And I will give you their names and their addresses. And you can go by their address, whether or not what kind of seeds you should be sending them. Right? And all you do is with those each one of those cards, You say Merry Christmas or Happy New Year or Happy Kwanzaa or Yule or whatever the hell you want. Put in a packet of seeds, and this does two things. There's a lot of people out there that don't have a lot of family. There's a lot of people out there that, are alone. There's a lot of people out there that have a hard time at that time of year. Okay. And what this does is this takes us beyond the boundaries of the internet. And it shows somebody that you've taken them a moment of your time and put some thought into the seed you were sending them and a greeting card. And you're sending those 5 greeting cards with a package of seeds in each. And then your name gets on the list, and the next 5 people down, or the next person down, like you're going to be on somebody's 5 lists, right? You're going to be on 5 people's lists. I'm going to be on 5 people's lists. And what's going to happen is you send out 5 greeting cards. It's almost like a pyramid. It's like you send out 5 greeting cards, but you could get 6 or 7 back with packets of seeds in them. And this way, everybody gets to exchange the seeds, and it's like getting little presents in the mail, right? Sorry, it's getting hot in here. Oh, I'm sorry, but I have to leave. Just received company. All right, Huffy Prepper, take care, darling. Mwah. Hi, Jim Ward. How are you? So yeah, you only commit to 5 Christmas cards. You only commit to 5 Christmas cards. But the first time I did this was when because I send out greeting cards every year to family, and the pool is getting smaller and smaller. And when we did the first greeting card exchange, it was like Christmas every day, because you never knew what recipe. I still have the book. I still haven't put all the recipes in the book, right? But it's like getting a little Christmas present in a card. You open the card and go, ooh, what's in it? You know what I mean? Well, what about herb seeds, Lisa? You know what I mean? I could send seeds, but I don't want to receive any. Well, then, if you don't want to receive any, just put your name, when you put in your name, say, no, send no seeds. Oh, with your address and name, send no seeds. You still have to commit to sending 5 packets of seeds, though. Is that okay? And make sure they're not big or bulky, I still have all of mine in a book. Well, I've got this book. I started this book. Goodness. I started this book putting all these recipes in from, this was from our one greeting card exchange, right? The very first one. Whoops. See, I've got a whole bunch in here. I haven't even pasted into the book yet. So I know I still have all of mine in a book. You could always donate seeds if you receive some. There you go. There you go. You may have someone in your family who does a garden, or there may be a seed exchange down at your local community center, or you could just give them away in somebody else's Christmas card. You know what I mean? What you're doing is you're making contact with another human being. Physical contact, not just a hi on the screen, physical contact. And you're also encouraging life. Because what does seeds represent? Seeds of hope, right? So there we go. Hi, old-fashioned life. How are you? So there you go. So, you don't have to receive, and even if you get seeds that are herb seeds or aren't seeds you can grow, maybe you know somebody who will grow them or can grow them. Maybe you have a friend that lives out in the country. You know what I mean? That is why I love our exchanges. Me too, Donna. Ma is sad. She doesn't get any cards anymore. This will be great. Exactly. Right? Exactly. So herbs would be fine. Well, there you go. So write that, come in and say, would prefer herbs. Or just, you know what I mean? So relax. Great idea. Just might include a packet of Texas bluebonnet seeds with the other packet. Well, there you. What are Texas bluebonnets? Are they a type of flower? I get flowers, but I don't have time for flowers. Every available inch I have for planting, the only flowers that get planted are my marigolds. And then come fall, I dig up some tomatoes, plant my mums, and move my marigolds around. And that's the only flowers I get, right? Stay safe and keep squeezing that quarter. Okay, Debbie's cooking. Take care, darling. Mwah. Perfect. Gotta go. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Well, Mrs. Wolfie, not Mrs. Wolfie, connectedheartsfamily@gmail.com. Oh, they sound lovely. It's a state flower. Oh, really? Hi, Kingdom Artist. How's it going? So, yeah, that's, now, big news here, folks. Tomorrow is a 4 Jars party. Now, here's what's going on. There's only 2 left. There's one tomorrow. It's not the giveaway tomorrow. It's the announcement where you got to make your comment. There's tomorrow. There's this month, and then there's at the end of November. Going to be. We wanted to do holiday 4 Jars tea towels, but we didn't come up with the idea in time to get them made to order. So there are, but maybe even if it's a box of chocolates extra with your order, or in the, not with your order, with the prize, we're going to think of something extra for the November. And so, but tomorrow announces the second to last 4 Jars giveaway. Okay. State flower. I always think of our provincial flower as the trillium because I was born in Ontario. The flower for Quebec is the blue flag iris. And ow, my shoulder. And the Ontario flower, I believe, is, well, it's the trillium. I don't know what half of our provincial flowers are. I really don't. We just have to comment on the announcement for the giveaway. Yes. You only comment once because any extra comments could disqualify you. And you won't see me answering comments just because I don't want to muddy the waters. But yes, you just make a comment on the video and you will be entered in the draw. The drawing will be on the 21st. Not this video, the video I put out on our half acre homestead tomorrow. The party favor results will be on the 21st of October. On the 21st of October, and you will have 2 weeks to claim your prize. If you do not claim your prize in 2 weeks, it's your loss. But for the most part, we usually get everybody claims their prize. We've only ever had 1 or 2 prizes that nobody's claimed. Hey, Urban Homestead, how's it going? How are you? Michelle Barnhill, hi. Miss Math Forever Patty Ford, hello. So that's what's going on. There's another 4 Jars party. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone said that my channel's the only one on YouTube that actually does giveaways for 4 Jars. Is that true? How you been? Well, busier than a 1-arm paper hanger in a decorating contest. But other than, it's a good kind of busy, right? Pantry's getting full. And I'm going to be doing, I'm canning. I've got all my parsnips and turnips chopped. Somebody sent me a lovely chopper for, and I tried it out on my turnips and my parsnips. And because I started on my turnips and parsnips, I had to finish with it because you want them all roughly the same thickness. But it's something I would probably rather use for slicing potatoes, for scallop potatoes and dehydrating potatoes and stuff. What's 10 years? I finally made it to live. It's been 10 years since I started my YouTube experience with you being the first channel I subscribed to. Well, thank you, Lori. You haven't seen any other channel? I thought all kinds of channels were doing, 4Jars stuff, but I guess I go overboard a little bit. I make little commercials, I saw one other that did the 4Jars lid giveaway, but only the one time. Huh. Sorry, guys. Yep, unless they're on private property, can't pick or mow on state land. To avoid any confusion, we just leave them because seeing them along with the Indian paintbrush and buttercups. Oh. I'm getting the itch to wake my surroundings up. How? Well, it's good to see you too, Patty. Excuse me. I'll be going behind the fan in a minute. There are 4 of the channels. They talk about 4Jars and none of them do a giveaway. Wow. Well, I mean, once I started with 4Jars, I actually got talking to the owner of the company and I deal directly with him. Most people who do 4Jars do the affiliate program and where they give 10% off. I get 10% off. Everybody's happy, right? But the truth is that I have a sideline with the owner of 4Jars because I love them so much. I said, I want to do more. He said, what do you want to do? He said, you want to do giveaways? I said, yes. He said, I said, I could even do a little commercial. He said, well, show me what you got. And it's like every month, it's like I keep going back every month going, are you sure you want to do a giveaway this month? Because they're doing a lot of giveaways. We're doing a lot of one a month. Because I thought that might be a bit much. He's like, no, let's do another giveaway. Okay. Woohoo, So, I mean, I'm having a blast. Right? I love the Hi, Scorpion Queen. Well, welcome to the live. Mike at 4Jars is so nice to talk to. They are a great family. They are. And someone said, well, they may be an American company, but the stuff's made in China. I said, yeah. And so is everything you buy at the dollar store and half the shit you buy at Dollar General. Most of the crap you buy at Walmart. Don't diss a company because they use Chinese products when half the world or half your world is Chinese products. Right? Mama Dukes! I am not on Instagram anymore. I'm not on Instagram or TikTok. I tried to leave Facebook, but y'all wouldn't let me go. But that's okay, I haven't seen anyone give them away either. Had someone give me a few of them and they're great lids. Well, that's, doing a giveaway. So we're going to do something a little extra special. I don't know. I can't tell you what I'd like to do because it may not be possible. But we'll see. I'll talk to Mike about it because, I'd love to tell you what my thoughts are, but I can't. I was on Instagram and I was on TikTok until TikTok shut my channel down. And that would have been fine if I violated their community guidelines, except that they wouldn't let me retrieve anything off the channel. The channel was no longer mine. I was blocked out of my own channel, and that channel still runs on TikTok. And people still talk and go in and make comments, but I can't comment back. I can't take my own videos off of TikTok, nothing. And then when I found out that Instagram was owned by Mark Zuckerberg, I just went, so I keep it real simple. I have Gab, which I post on. I know Twitter is a cesspool, but I post on Twitter. I can't even open Twitter without getting so violently angry at the government. So I really try and avoid Twitter altogether. Hey, Monique. Well, yeah, I just did one on Rumble, and I'm going to be doing another one on Rumble soon. But Rumble doesn't pay the bills. And speaking of paying the bills, let's get this out of the way. I used to do live streams every day, and there are going to be coming some live streams on a daily basis in December only on Life with the Wolfies, because I have, oh, good heavens. Oh, I better hide that before Briar comes. I have this wonderful box of 30 different teas that Mike from 4 Jars sent me. And I've been holding on to this because last year, Christmas 2021, I got an Advent tea calendar. And so I did a live stream every day throughout December doing a tea, like it's like a tea Advent calendar. So when Mike sent me this, I'm going to refill the Advent calendar, and we're going to do, on Life with the Wolfies, we're going to do a live stream a day with a cup of tea, the tea of the day kind of thing, because I'd like to, be there for everybody, especially through the month of December. And I have 30 tea bags, so we're going to go right through the month of December. Hey, Susie Q. Twit banned me after the January issue in 2020. I don't know what that was. I am watching some seriously black clouds roll in, I guess. Yeah, our power was out for 3 hours today. That's why you're not getting a canning video tomorrow. Because you'll see part of my video. I was chopping veg by candlelight. So, yeah. Well, it's just that we like to get together, and on my reading channel, I'm going to be doing reading as soon as all the canning's done. I'm going to be doing some more reading on the Anne of Green Gables series. And the last week before Christmas, I might do some live readings. The Insurrection, 70 miles away from my favorite beach. So, yeah, I kept the Advent calendar, and I'm just going to refill it with tea. So, Deborah C. would like a card reading. Okay. Let's, let me get a puff. Oh. Pull some cards. We have the universe has your back if anybody needs some encouragement. And the Animal Oracle cards. Now, folks, I don't charge for readings, but I can only do so many because it does take energy, okay? So if you really want a reading and you can afford to tip $1.99 or whatever, do so and put your question in the super chat so that I see it, okay? All right, I got 4 decks out. I got the Energy Oracle cards, the Work Your Light Oracle cards, the Animal Oracle cards, and the Universe Has Your Back. So let's light the sage, shall we? Cleanse all the negative energy out. Smoke of the sacred white sage. Please cleanse us of all negative energy. Cleanse these cards. Cleanse the room. Help me to be open, honest, and insightful. And lift our prayers, our hopes, and our wishes up on your smoke to the Creator. Hi. All right. I have Alicia. We've had the heat on for a bit, but then we're in Canada. It's been really mild, which leads me to believe we're going to have a lot of snow. Now, who was it that asked? Deborah C. Animal. All right. This is for Deborah C. They're not talking to you, Deborah. Deborah C. has request. Whoa, okay. Oh, and the one that flips up, you got 2. Woo. You got 2. You got the cat. You're independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong, but you don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. So you're a natural healer, but you do it in your own way. You're totally independent you're totally independent of the way everybody else seems to do things. You throw the book away. You're like me. You throw the book away and do what feels right. It's very intuitive for you. And the polar bear, into the mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take the time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities, because remember, healing, a huge part of healing is about knowing somebody or knowing the right things to say or intuitively listening to what they need, right? Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. So you're a natural shaman and healer, Deborah C. If anyone out there has done a renovation in their home, please tell me that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I need to know there's a light, an end to all this, and life to get back to normal. Oh, honey. You know what? Embrace it for what it is. Yeah. Do you remember 2 weeks before Christmas? I had the tree decorated. I'd been baking and everything. Howie decided now he was going to paint the dining room and the living room. 2 weeks before Christmas. You just gotta go with the flow. You're welcome, Deborah C. Hey, Kathleen Plummy, how are you? Tony G. One of the things that people laugh at is that I'm an insomniac. Right? I'm an insomniac. I have a hard time sleeping. An insomniac doesn't necessarily mean you don't sleep. Insomniac means that you cannot sleep with any kind of regularity. So I have to be, in order for me to get 5 hours sleep, I have to actually be tightly rigid in my habits. Okay. It's how does it. That's right. But the truth is, I can sleep through construction. I shit you not. I was 4 or 5 years old when my dad renovated our 2-story row house in Toronto. And the piano was in the kitchen hallway. This was an 11.5-foot wide house that was 24 feet deep. 11.5 feet wide. There was the entranceway. In the first part of the living room was the tiniest. Then the dining room was bigger, which we couldn't use as a dining room. And our kitchen was so tiny that, it was standing room only after 6 people. Literally. But I remember when we bought this place and the ice backed up under the roof and ran down inside the walls and under the flooring and filled the basement and all that stuff. And Howie's, even when we rented, Howie's always repaired stuff and painted stuff and that, right? And I remember when we had a contractor come out and work on our house for the insurance company. We ended up firing him after insisting that we hired a friend. We'll never do it again. But anyway, I was working at the bakery and I come home from work at 2 p.m. and they were working on the flooring and stuff. And I said, okay, I'm going to bed. And he goes, you're not going to sleep. We got routers and handsaws and hammers. I said, that's the one thing that will never bother me. But you have a radio on or a television in the other part of the house and I can hear it. My brain wants to know what's going on. But when it's construction and renovations, my brain knows exactly what's going on. I've lived in, hey dear, We've lived pretty much in a renovation zone our entire marriage. Yep. As a matter of fact, we're doing a new roof next year. So, well, I mean, when it's done, it's done. And you'll wonder what to do with all the space because you've been working around it so long. My house right now looks like a construction zone. It's harvest time for medicine. So that's covering my dining room table, right? It's canning season. It's clean up the garden season. It's get the firewood on the porch season. It's Howie's already cleaned the chimney. So, I mean, every once in a while, if the dishes don't get done, because I haven't used the dishwasher since, I don't know, middle of July. Ever since I stopped using the dishwasher, there are days where the dishes don't get done right away, right? Like today, the dishes are done. All my jars are washed and they're on a towel on the counter under a piece of paper towel to keep anything from falling in or whatever. Hey, Sarah Young. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do canning. But I mean, it's constant. It's constant. There's stuff going on all the time. But this year, I haven't even undecorated the Christmas tree from downstairs from last year. But that's actually going to come upstairs this year. And it's going in a corner of the dining room because I can't do the stairs. And so eventually, when the downstairs gets properly fixed, I'm going to need a chairlift because what's the point of having an entire apartment downstairs if I can't use it, right? So, hi, Sarah Young. Got to give yourself grace. The dishes will be there. Exactly. Right. I do the dishes every day, but the thing is, like today, I did the dishes. I washed my jars. They're on a towel ready to go. But guess what? We had supper. So I got to do dishes again, don't we? My dad was fond of saying, I say, Jesus, Dad, dishes again. Beverly, we eat 3 meals a day. You got dishes 3 times a day. And that was it, right? But I found that I have more control over what's going on. It's just the way I approach life is a little bit differently. Like I wake up in the morning and go, okay, what am I doing today? You're canning parsnips and turnips. So I sit down, I have a shower, I get ready, I get up, I get dressed, I put the dog out, I feed and water the dog, I did some dishes, I got my bread rising, and then I had a shower and I sat down to talk to my son, Arthur, on the phone, and the power went out. So I was 3 hours without power, and it's like, okay, I'm not canning today. But I did light some candles and sit and talk to y'all while I was chopping. Right? So, can I can celery and onions in the same jar? I don't know. I have done it. Back in the good old days, I have canned soup starter, which is the Trinity, carrots, onions. So I guess you can carrots, onions, and celery in broth, right? But I wouldn't blanch the carrots. I would blanch the celery. I don't know. Let me look. Soup starter, I think I can't remember. I got thousands of videos, but I've done it. So yeah. Why don't you use your dishwasher? Is it broken? Well, here's a to-do, right? Yes and no. I haven't had my puff yet. Yes and no. It got run a couple of times without the filter being in properly. And so the spray arms got clogged. Now, don't ask me to go on to Whirlpool and find the spray arms because I don't know what my model is on my dishwasher. But then one day I took apart, like I would clean the filters every day and stuff, but I ended up having to zip tie, pry apart the spray arms, clean them, and then zip tie them back together. Well, they were with the zip ties, they're too heavy. So, when Angie came to visit, she said, well, you're cooking meals every day. I'll do the dishes. So Angie did the dishes every day. And we never used the dishwasher. And I've tried to use it once and it doesn't work properly. So you know what? I haven't use the dishwasher. I just approach my day differently. If I'm canning, I make sure all my dishes are done, washed, dried, put away. Then I wash my jars and I lay them all out. And it's a rhythm. But I realized I was spending more time pre-washing dishes, loading the dishwasher, unloading the dishwasher, only to find half the stuff from the top rack never got properly cleaned. After I washed them, some of them would come out dirtier than when I started. And I went, you know what? I had enough of this crap. I'm already washing the dishes before they go in the dishwasher. Why am I going to add an extra step? So I just forget the dishwasher. I've been doing them by hand. I'm making and canning cranberry sauce today. My store just got a bunch in and I grabbed them while they were available. We're not cranberry people. We're not cranberry sauce people. We're cranberry scones people, or dried cranberries in fruitcake and stuff. Where's the Samantha? Hey, Samantha, how are you? Nice to see ya. So I'm, but like I said, this one store in Gatineau has potatoes on for $1 for 10-pound bag. And either I'm going to pick up Briar and I'm going to get them, or I'm going to ask Howie because he's actually closer. He go right from Ottawa to Gatineau and then pick Briar up, stop at Maxi, and then come. So I haven't decided. I haven't asked him if he'll do that yet. Because of the power outage today, I have to, if I'm going to go pick up Briar, then I got to get my canning done first, right? Does Howie ever go in the kitchen and do the dishes for you like my husband does? No. He's so proud of himself the last time we went to the races and I came in the coach and it was all tidy and the floors were swept. And he said, look, the dishes are done. Because he said, I didn't want you to come in the coach and do all my dishes. Because remember, he lives in the coach. I mean, if I had to have help, he'd help me. But I mean, he works too, right? This is part of my job. No, I'm not a sexist. When I say it's part of my job, at all the times that I have worked over the years, right? The house, if I wanted a job outside the house, I had to fit it in, just like every other woman who works and still looks after the home. But I mean, Howie had a heart attack last summer, right? So things have, we're both getting older. Things have to be done differently if we want to continue the way we're doing it. So, like I said, Briar's coming to help with the firewood. Arthur, when we do the metal roof, Howie wants to do it himself. He wants to do it himself, but he's got to measure the roof, and then Arthur's going to come up and help him put the new roof on, because the new roof is going to be steel. And because we have one layer of shingles, the strapping and the steel can go right over the shingles. So I would never ask you to go on Whirlpool. I can't stand Whirlpool. We won't have it in our house. Well, I've already got rid of their shit stove because it kept breaking apart. And the dishwasher's next. And then the fridge is fine for now. It needs cleaning, but it's fine. But I'll tell you something else. When the washing machine breaks down, I ain't ever getting one of them again. Go back to the old central agitator. This stuff that doesn't get things clean just doesn't work. Homemaking is a full-time job. But we were talking about this. I was talking to Arthur today, and I was saying, that I was really, really lucky because I could not work outside the home. I would not be able to function. I have to be somewhere where I can make my own hours, where I can sit down. I cannot be an employee anymore. I'm unemployable. Let's put it that way. I'm unemployable. This way, right? This way, I work around my pain. I work around my schedule. I work around what, do jobs I can do sitting down, right? My whole life, if you go right back, my whole life, everything has been it's always a work in progress. It's always a work in progress. So I don't need a dishwasher. There's just me and Howie. We don't make enough dishes. Right? So, and the dishwasher was actually more work, more bending, more lifting, more, standing at the sink, washing dishes before they go in. Well, what's the point? I might as well just wash them, dry them, and put them away. So when the washing machine goes, I'm just going to get an old clanger. I'd love to get my hands on a nah, I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to run a ringer washer, but I don't have a clothesline anymore. But I tell you, when are you going to do another upcycling and reusing chat? Well, Ruth, we do that all the time on our half acre homestead videos now. Because we did so many things. We had so many ideas on upcycling and recycling and doing things and making things stretch that there's only so many ideas you can put on paper. Now it's about showing them to you. For instance, tonight I made supper with one of my half of rotisserie chickens. Remember the rotisserie chickens we got at Costco, cut in half and froze? Well, I was chopping vegetables today. My life was in array because I had no power for 3 hours, but I managed. And then as soon as the power came back on, it's like, oh shit, what am I going to do for supper? Supper's in 2 hours. So I threw together something in the crock pot, and Howie's like, what am I tasting here? Like when I give it to him, say it's a video, and he goes, okay, what am I reviewing? I said, just the fact that this is a rotisserie chicken dinner from the crock pot. He goes, oh, well, it's good. It's just as good as it was when I bought it. But the thing is it took me 10 minutes to get that thrown together in the crock pot, and I was able to get back to work, right? Hey, Joan Bogart. I almost called you Joanne. Jackie Bits. Odette Bourguignon. I love that. Well, everybody, we took a lot of heat from that smoker because it was made out of press board and stuff. But we don't raise animals anymore. We still have the metal smoker, and we've done it. But the truth is we just don't have it in us. The only way it makes sense to raise animals is raise the ones that we can raise over the summer and butcher in the fall, and nothing to overwinter. Because overwintering is the hard part. But we haven't got there yet. Squeaky nips! Yay! You made it! Sydney, Australia. Oh, that's wonderful. Was your power outage due to the high winds we had? Yes, I think so, because we had some high winds and it's been raining ever since. And I was talking to my son on the phone, and I go, ooh, the power went out. Oh, keep on talking. But I was talking to Arthur today, and I was saying, it's taken me 13 years to get this far on YouTube. And the reason it's taken me, I'm not one of those people that's a flash in the pan that shows up and goes, la, 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 and then changes everything. You guys have been changing along with me. I don't have I have 128,000 subscribers on our half acre homestead. That's like, I don't know, 10,000 a year or something. And why is that? Because I'm not everybody's flavor. I am who I am. I am what I am. I work in a functional kitchen. I don't have a studio kitchen, right? But the joy is that in these 13 years, I've made friendships. We've built a community. If you want to raise and harvest same year, go with Buff Orpington. Okay. Well, next year getting them is going to be, am I making a baby quilt? No. Isn't that something? That's like, what? She's made everybody else a baby quilt. No, I'm not making a baby quilt. Why? Because it's good that the kids grow fast. So I'm putting that on the back burner until the baby's like 1 or 2. And then I'm going to make a quilt, a heritage quilt for that child. So you are your own flavor, and we love you. Well, thank you. Hey, Corey C. How are you, darling? You all ready? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about paying the bills. I have a Patreon account. I am not asking anybody to become a patron. Hear me, okay? Times are hard. Money's tight, right? Money's tight. I'm not asking anybody. I'm just saying, if you can afford $5 a month and you want to do live streams with me and patrons, and they are unlisted, so we talk about things we can't necessarily talk about on live stream. On Mondays and Wednesdays, we just kind of hang out. Sometimes you're just going to hear me, talk about what's coming on. Patrons get a sneak peek of what's coming up. They get told what's coming up before everybody else. And on Fridays, we pull out all the stops. We put on the disco lights. What are you doing? Oh, it's not turned on. We put on the disco lights and we play music and we tick YouTube off by dancing and singing and laughing. And some people have a martini and some people have a cup of cocoa and some people smoke a joint. But that's what we do. We call it Freaky Friday, and we usually run and listen to me. And I'm telling you, the music is all over the place, but it's mostly retro because I'm an old fart and I like my music, right? Hey, Ebby Iggy. So, most people say the $5 a month is worth the Freaky Friday every week, but it's where we come to decompress. It's where we come to play disco lights and laugh and enjoy life and scrape off the crap that gets stuck to us from Monday to Friday. You know what I mean? So that's me paying the bills. I'm not asking anybody to be a patron, but it's there if you want it, okay? What gifts? GF Piper, what gifts are you talking about? I hear so much and I forget so much. My brain's a sieve. I'm 58 years old with sometimers. Well, thank you, Holly Jordan. Deborah I always get this name wrong. Geyser, how are you, darling? Gracie could help you clean the dishes. She does. And that drives some people absolutely crazy. Oh, God, you let your dog lick your plate when you were done. I've seen enough. Well, don't you wash your dishes? You don't make soap in the same crock pot that you cook in, do you? Yes, it's soap. I'm pretty sure the crock pot's going to be bloody clean. I wrote you and said I wanted to send you something, and you gave me where I needed to send it. Okay. Trusting person, aren't I? As long as you're not sending me anthrax, right? Well, I love Freaky Friday, and sometimes it's 4 people, sometimes it's 12. You just never know. Sometimes I invite, people in who are having a rough time, just occasionally or I invite, friends or family in, an extra couple of friends. That's never the same people twice. Well, sometimes it is, but sometimes I bring a few people in, extra people in, just to let them know what we do. And it is all about love, light, and laughter and grooving. You know what I mean? It came up respectful hearts for Patreon. Is that right? No, hang on a second here. Hang on a second. It's connected respectful hearts. Let me just get you the link. Where are you? There we go. Give me a second. I'm going to put you on tilt for a minute. Okay. See view as public. And here it is. Oh my goodness. My desk is such a mess right now. But soon, canning season and that will be over. Not over, but the bulk of canning season will be finished, and I will be able to do our, December is going to be live streams on Life with the Wolfies. Like, we're going to do our tea of the day throughout December. There's going to be some live readings near Christmas. There's going to be craft videos. I'm going to get Howie to bring the Christmas tree up from down the basement, and I'm going to strip it and start over, right? Because, what's the point of just bringing the tree up? We're going to make more ornaments. I used to have one CP for soap and another for food. Got them confused. Nobody died. Not going to stress it anymore. Exactly. Right? Exactly. So that's what's going on. We got a 4 jars party tomorrow, being announced tomorrow on our Half Acre Homestead. We've got the greeting card and seed exchange. Again, I remind you, you are committing to sending me your name, your address, and your YouTube name so that I know who I'm talking to. And when you send me, you're committing to sending out 5 Christmas cards. They could be to Great Britain. They could be, most of them will be within the United States and Canada. All right. Hey, Sandy Wilkerson. Well, I'm sorry you almost missed us. Audrey Abbott, 4 cats here. They live here. The critics do not. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to be getting my, as soon as the canning's done, I'm going to be stripping the couch of its gray couch cushions. And Howie goes, why don't you leave the white on in the summer and the gray in the winter? I said, because it's gray. And I like the white and blue pinstripe, which brightens up the room a whole lot better. Is Malka okay? I don't know. Hi, Carrie Ramsey. Hi, Rosie Slade. I didn't send her a personal one in chat. Some folks I send the link to in Facebook chat. I just didn't get a chance to. Oh, you're only 58 years old. I'm 60 years old now. Well, wow, you're 2 years older than me. I got 3 siblings. No, 4 siblings older than you. Honey, we could have been twins. I mean, the older we get, the closer we get in age, don't we? I love that sometimes we have different opinions. That's what makes the world go round. Absolutely. Honey, if we all thought and felt the same way, what a boring friggin' world it would be. What a boring world it would be. And the only time I will block and delete people is if they are rude, crude, belligerent, or otherwise disrespectful to me or other people in here. Your opinion is allowed. Your opinion is allowed. But if you're going to be an idiot or a twat waffle, then you're going to get blocked. It's that simple, right? So it's almost time to close. So I'm going to puff and I'm going to say, we're going to have a closing prayer. Now, this is not for everybody. There is no denomination of religion attached to this closing prayer. You do your faith, I do mine, and somewhere in the middle, we will meet with love and light, and we will spread our love and light and charge each other up with it, okay? And we will lift up those who are having a hard time. All of that thing. You don't have to stay for that. And if you don't want to stay, there is no judgment. Nobody's going to say, oh, she left or they left. Well, the pagan. No, it's not for everybody. And that's the whole point, isn't it? All right. So let me go behind my fan, and give everybody a chance who doesn't want to stay to say goodbye. I love you guys. If you're not staying, take care. God bless. And we will keep you in our prayers anyway, whether you want to be in there or not. That's our right too, is it not? And so I'm going to go behind my fan. Oh, I love you too, Robin. I love everybody. Isn't this a great community? Like, honestly. So for all those who are leaving, good night. God bless. Mwah. We love you. We'll see you again on Sunday afternoon. And I'm going to go behind the fan. Tweedlet, tweedle-dee. I'm as happy as can be. Hunka pudding pie. You've got something that money can't buy. Tweedlet, tweedle-dee. All right, I'll be back in a second. We are going to be saying prayers for everybody. I've gotten some prayer requests through Messenger and Facebook, and those people who have requested, somebody's daughter, somebody's husband, somebody's friend, somebody's aunt, everybody who sent prayer requests, you are included in tonight's prayers. All right. Know that I have heard you, and we'll be adding you to our prayer list. Absolutely, for sure. Well, thank you, Critter Lover Jesse. You are my sunshine, everybody, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away. Blessings to those leaving. Alrighty, kids. For all those, I love that. Everybody loves You Are My Sunshine. Excuse me. For all those who care to, please help me close with a prayer of love and light and thanksgiving for everything we've got, not what we haven't got, right? Because as long as we got something to be grateful for, then life is going to be okay, right? Gratitude is the biggest, I've often said when you're counting your blessings, it's kind of hard to be negative, isn't it? Hey, Merryweather Magpie, how are you? My car got named Sunshine. My truck is named Beauty. Although I crunched the side in a parking lot, and not another car. I hit the cart return little housing unit thing. So, well, I'm glad to hear it, Merryweather. Always something to be grateful for. And if you've got something to be grateful for, then you got everything. Right? It's that simple. All right. For all those who care to, let's take some deep breaths. We're going to inhale joy, exhale sadness. We're going to inhale light, exhale darkness. We're going to inhale love and exhale fear. You feel me? All right. So let's do that. You connect to your faith or the source of your faith. I will connect to mine. And that's all we need, right? That's all we need. Smell the flowers and blow out the candles. Hey, God, creator and one source of everything. How's it going? Thanks for bringing us together again, God, as we come together and lift each other up and pray for each other's, issues and health and fears. There's a lot of people are struggling out there, God, and we just lift them all up to you. So that even if your answer is no to some of those prayers, people will still know how to go forward because of your love. We know you answer all prayers, God, just sometimes the answer is no, right? And, even if you don't give us what we want, you give us what we need every day, God, and that gives us a reason to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep being kind to the crotchety neighbor. Keep raising up and turning the other cheek and knowing that not everybody's perfect. None of us are perfect. We can only progress towards perfection because you're the only perfect being, God. And we are all reflections of you. So thank you, God. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for filling us with the light of your love so that as we go forward every day, the darkness parts before us. because we glow with the light of your love. And it is a divine light. God, keep us all safe, warm, and among those that love us. May we go forward in the light of your love. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet, merry part. Blessed be. Miigwech. Shalom. Walk in the everlasting and ever glowing light of God's love. Whatever language you use, let love shape your words. This is Mrs. Wolfe, and until Sunday, we'll see you later. Mwah! Take care. God bless. You're loved. Don't ever forget that. Even if it's just from this crazy old bat. Okay?